What's going on, everybody? This is Drew Peters with Suppz.com. Today we're bringing you a nutrition-based video. We're going to be talking about a few things, specifically micronutrients. Everybody always talks about protein, carbs, fats, how to get those gains, the broad picture, calories. But nobody talks about the minute details and things involving micronutrients. Okay, so let's take a dive in here. When we talk about micronutrients, these are one of the major groups of nutrients that your body essentially needs. This is talking about vitamins and minerals. Vitamins are essential for energy production, immune function, proper blood clotting, and a host of other things. Meanwhile, I think minerals are more important things like bone growth, bone health, fluid balance, and a bunch of other processes, okay? So I guess in general, the term micronutrients is used to describe vitamins and minerals in general as a whole. Well, macronutrients, like I listed, include proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Your body doesn't need as many of these compared to the micronutrients compared to the macronutrients, and hence that's why the name comes from micro. The main thing to hone in first is that considering micronutrients, your body has to get them from food. They can't be produced by the body, with vitamins and minerals for the most part, so they're considered essential nutrients. They have to be ingested on a daily basis. Now, I guess we'll dive into vitamins first. They're going to be considered organic compounds made by plants, animals, and different things can break them down to be ingested. Minerals, on the other hand, are inorganic, come from water, soil, and they can't be broken down. So therefore, when you eat, you're consuming vitamins from plants and animals, basically, and are absorbed. And the nutrient content is going to vary from things. So we're going to take a little deeper dive into that. So that being said, you need to make sure they have an adequate intake of all the micronutrients necessary for optimal health. Each vitamin and mineral is going to have a specific purpose. Vitamins and minerals, like I said before, are vital for the growth, immune function, brain development, and a bunch of other functions. And depending on their functions, certain micronutrients can also play a role in preventing and fighting disease. First and foremost, there's water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins. Most vitamins are going to dissolve in water, and therefore they're known as water-soluble. You can't really store them in the body, it's very hard, and they tend to get flushed out in urine if you consume them in excess. Okay? So, while each water-soluble vitamin has a unique role and their functions are related, there are going to be some differences. B vitamins are going to be one of the main, and they actually act as coenzymes that help trigger other chemical reactions in the body. And a lot of these reactions are necessary for energy. So with water-soluble vitamins, and I guess some of their functions, specifically energy, vitamin B1, known as thiamine, which helps convert basic nutrients into energy. B2, which is riboflavin, which is necessary for energy production, cell production, fat metabolism. B3, known as niacin, it drives the production of energy from food as well. B5, which is pantothenic acid, which is needed for fatty acid synthesis. B6, pyridoxine, which helps your body basically release sugar from carbohydrates and, of course, create red blood cells. B7, which is biotin, plays a role in metabolism of fatty acids, amino acids, and glucose. B9, folate, which is important for proper cell division. B12, cobalamin, which is for red blood cell formation, of course, to maintain central nervous system health and brain function. And then, of course, you have vitamin C, ascorbic acid. That's basically for the creation of neurotransmitters and collagen. It's also the main protein in your skin. And overall, these are the water-soluble vitamins that play a really important role in energy, but a few other functions as well. On the other hand, you have fat-soluble vitamins. These are ones that don't dissolve in water and are best absorbed when you consume them along with a source of fat. So think about too, after consumption, the fat-soluble vitamins are going to be stored in your liver and the fatty tissue for future use. So therefore, you have to be careful. You have to maintain a balance, good and bad. So some of these include vitamin A, which is necessary for proper vision, organ function. Find things like carrots, there's other good for that. Vitamin D for proper immune system function. It's also going to help assist in calcium absorption and hence bone growth. Vitamin E is also good for immune function and also acts as a strong antioxidant, is awesome for preventing cell damage and skin health. And vitamin K is good for blood clotting and proper bone development. So, macrominerals are going to be needed in larger amounts, like I said, compared to other ones, and they're all going to have a specific role. Macrominerals are going to include the things like calcium. They're necessary for proper structure, function of bones, teeth, and hell, even muscle contraction. So that's a thing that not underrate, and it even has a role in endothelial health and blood vessel contraction. Phosphorus, it's part of bone, cell, and membrane structures like that. Magnesium, which is huge, it assists in over 300 different enzyme reactions. Also the blood pressure, muscle relaxation. Sodium, That's an electrolyte that aids in fluid balance, as we alluded to, and maintains proper blood pressure. Chloride, it's also found in a combination with sodium. See sodium chloride, once again for fluid balance and also for digestion. Potassium, that's another electrolyte, which is maintain fluid balance in cells and nerve transmission, helps with muscle function. And I guess those are the main ones. Okay, now the last touch we'll cover on here, real quick, is short, is trace minerals. Okay, so these are things that you need in your body, but you don't need as much of them. But away with an overdose, but you need to be careful. But they're important, like iron. That's good for muscle oxygen, oxygen in general, get cells, and also maintain certain hormones and blood. Manganese, assists in carbohydrate, amino acid, and cholesterol metabolism. Copper, another metal. It's for connective tissue formation, as well as regular nervous system functions, so on and so forth. And a big one is zinc, which is needed for normal growth, immune system function, wound healing, so on and so forth. Thinking of your teeth and your toothpaste, you have fluoride, development and protection of bones and teeth, and last but not least, selenium. That one's needed for a lot of different things. It prevents oxidative damage, overall health of certain organs, and it's a good inclusion overall when you talk about a multivitamin, multimineral. So I rattled off a list here off the top of my head with a bunch of different micronutrients, macrominerals, so vitamins, minerals, and the components of each, a few of their functions. Okay. With that being said, the key point to take away is when it comes down to vitamins and minerals, you do have to ingest them from food. Water soluble are ones you need to consume on a daily basis, cannot be stored in the body. Fat soluble do not have to be consumed as frequently, they can be stored to some degree, but those are also the ones that have potential for toxicity if they're overconsumed. In general, I would not recommend taking or over-ingesting a macromineral or a fat-soluble vitamin, as they can have toxicity issues if you get carried away, because they do occur in food, and supplemental form is where you can get in trouble. They can have issues with liver damage and toxicity and other issues, so you do need to keep a balance. It's really hard to get too many water-soluble vitamins, B vitamins, or vitamin C. Typically the worst side effect you'll have is things like diarrhea, which is never fun, but generally it's really hard to overdose on those. So, with that being said, that was a quick overview on micronutrients, minerals, vitamins, and everything it includes. Okay? Hope this is informal. Give you a good idea of the various components it consists of. It wasn't too much information overload. If you have questions, ideas, comment below. Give it a like. Tell us what else you want to see for Suppz.com. This has been Drew Peters, aka the Vanilla Gorilla, talking about some macronutrients. Until next time, out.